Welcome back to Built Not Felt by the Rice Code. I'm your host, and today we are exploring one of the most powerful truths about achievement, success, and earned riches. A truth that separates those who build empires from those who watch others build them. All achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea, not in luck, not in timing, not in connections, in an idea, a thought, a vision of something that doesn't exist yet. Every company you admire started as an idea in someone's mind. Every innovation that changed the world began as a thought. Every fortune that was earned, not inherited, started with an idea. But here's the thing that most people don't understand: ideas are everywhere, ideas are free. Anyone can have an idea, but not everyone acts on the idea. Not everyone evaluates the ideas. Not everyone commit to the ideas. And that's why most ideas die in people's minds, never becoming reality. Today, we are exploring the five angles of this truth. We are looking at scripture that grounds this principle, and we are examining the journeys of people who took their ideas and turned them into empires. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why your next idea might be the beginning of your next achievement. Let's go. First angle: ideas are the foundation of all achievement. Everything that exists, every building, every business, every innovation started as an idea. Before the iPhone, there was an idea. Before Airbnb, there was an idea. Before Spotify, there was an idea. The physical reality followed the mental reality. The achievement followed the idea. Second angle: the power of thinking and imagination. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It can imagine things that don't exist. It can create solutions to problems that haven't been solved. It can see opportunities that others miss. Your thinking determines your reality. Your imagination determines your future. Third angle: from idea to execution. An idea alone is worthless. 1,000 ideas are worthless, but an idea plus action plus persistence plus evaluation, that becomes achievement. That becomes riches. That becomes legacy. The journey from idea to execution is where most people fail. They have the idea, but never take the first step. Fourth angle: ideas are worthless without action. I want to be clear about this. An idea without action is just fantasy, it's a daydream, it's something you think about in the shower and forget about by lunch. Ideas only become valuable when they are acted upon, when they are tested, when they are refined, when they are executed. Fifth angle: the compounding power of ideas. One idea leads to another, one execution leads to another opportunity, one success leads to another vision. Ideas compound, they build on each other. The person who acts on their ideas develops the skill to have better ideas. They develop the confidence to pursue bigger ideas. They develop the wisdom to evaluate ideas more effectively. Let me walk you through the journey. It's not complicated, but it requires commitment at every stage. Stage one: the idea. You have a thought, a vision, you imagine something that doesn't exist. You see a problem and imagine a solution. See an opportunity and imagine how to capture it. This is where it all begins. Stage two: evaluation. Not every idea is worth pursuing. You need to evaluate, is this idea aligned with my purpose? Is there a market for this? Do I have the skills, or, or can I develop them? What what are the obstacles? What are the costs? This stage separates dreamers from builders. Dreamers skip this. Builders evaluate carefully. Stage 3, action. You take the first step. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You don't wait until you're completely ready. You start. You begin. You move from imagination to reality. This is where most people fail. They evaluate forever and never act, or they act without evaluating. The balance is key. Stage 4, persistence. The idea meets reality. It's harder than you thought. People doubt you, obstacles appear. You want to quit. But you persist, you iterate, you learn, you adjust, you continue. This is where achievement is built. Not in the initial idea, but in the persistence through difficulty. Stage 5, achievement. The result, the success, the riches, the impact. This is what people see. They see the achievement and think it was luck or just timing. They don't see the idea that started it all. They don't see the evaluation. They don't see the action. They don't see the persistence. They only see the achievement. Let's ground this in scripture. The Bible has so much to say about ideas, vision, and the power of thinking. Proverbs 23, verse 7 says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Your thinking determines who you are. Your ideas determine your reality. If you think you're limited, you'll be limited. If you think you're capable, you'll become capable. The thoughts precede your reality. The ideas precede your achievement. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Vision is essential. Ideas are essential. Without them, there is stagnation. Without them, there is decline. Without them, there is death. Vision, the ability to imagine something better, is what keeps us alive, what keeps us growing, what keeps us moving forward. Genesis 1, verses 27 and 28 says, so God created humankind. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them, and God blessed them. We are created in God's image. God is a creator. We are creators. We have the ability to imagine and create. Ideas are a divine gift. When you have an idea, exercising the creative power that God gave you. Proverbs 16, verse 3 says, commit to the Lord in whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Ideas need to be grounded in purpose. They need to be aligned with something larger than yourself. When your ideas are committed to God, when they are aligned with His purpose, they have power, they have direction, and they have the potential to succeed. Philippians 4, verse 8 says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. The quality of your ideas matter. You should cultivate good ideas. You should think about things that are true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, praiseworthy. Your thinking shapes your reality. So think about right things. Proverbs 27, verse 12. The prudent see danger and take refuge. The simple keep going and pay the penalty. Not all ideas are worth pursuing. You need wisdom. You need discernment. You need to evaluate. Some ideas are good. Some ideas are bad. The prudent person evaluates. A simple person pursues every idea without thinking. Now let's look at real people who had ideas and turned them into achievement and riches. These are fresh examples, people whose ideas changed industries and created billions in value. Jack Ma and Alibaba. Jack Ma had an idea to connect Chinese businesses to the world. He wasn't a technologist, he was an English teacher, but he had an idea. He saw an opportunity that others missed. He evaluated it. He acted on it. He persisted through massive obstacles. Today, Alibaba is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. It all started with an idea from a man with no technology background. Ingvar Kamprad and IKEA. Ingvar Kamprad had an idea: make furniture affordable and accessible to everyone. He started in a small Swedish village. He had no fortune. He had an idea, he evaluated it, and he acted on it. He built a company that revolutionized the furniture industry. Today, IKEA is one of the most valuable companies in the world. It all started with an idea about making furniture affordable. Ariana Huffington and the Huffington Post. Ariana Huffington had an idea: create a different kind of news platform. She started with no funding. She had an idea, she evaluated on it, she acted on it, and she built an empire. She sold it to AOL for $315 million. It all started with an idea about how news should be presented. Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia, and Airbnb. Two designers had an idea. What if people could rent out their spare rooms? They started by renting out their own apartment. They had an idea, they evaluated it, and they acted on it. They persisted through rejection and doubt. Today, Airbnb is worth over $100 billion. It disrupted the entire hospitality industry. It all started with an idea about sharing spaces. Jan Koum and WhatsApp. Jan Koum had an idea: create a simple messaging app. He built it in his spare time. He had an idea, he evaluated it, and he acted on it. He sold it to Facebook for $19 billion. It all started with an idea about how people should communicate. Evan Spiegel and Snapchat. Evan Spiegel had an idea: what if messages disappeared? He started as a college project. He had an idea, he evaluated it, he acted on it. Today, Snapchat is a multi billion dollar company. It all started with an idea about ephemeral communication. Daniel Ek and Spotify. Daniel Ek had an idea. What if music streaming was legal and accessible? He started in Sweden. He had an idea, evaluated it, and he acted on it. He disrupted the music industry. Today, Spotify is a publicly traded company with tens of billions. It all started with an idea and how people should access music. Katrina Lake and Stitch Fix. Katrina Lake had an idea. What if artificial intelligence could help people find clothes they love? She started from her apartment. She had an idea. She evaluated it. She acted on it. Today, Stitch Fix is a multi billion dollar company. It all started with an idea about combining fashion with technology. Do you see the pattern? Every single one of these people had an idea. Every single one of them evaluated it. Every single one of them acted on it. Every single one of them persisted through obstacles. And every single one of them achieved something remarkable. All achievement, all earned riches began with an idea. So, how do you capture and develop ideas? How do you go from having a thought to having a viable idea? First, pay attention. Ideas come from observation. They come from noticing problems. They come from seeing gaps in the market. They come from asking why and what if. Pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the world. Pay attention to problems that frustrate you. Those frustrations often contains ideas. Second, write them down. Don't trust your memory. Write ideas down immediately. Keep a notebook. Use your phone. Use a voice recorder. Capture the idea before it disappears. Many great ideas have been lost because someone didn't write them down. Third, talk about them. Share share your ideas with people you trust. Get feedback. Refine them. Listen to objections. Sometimes objections reveal flaws in your idea. Sometimes they reveal opportunities you missed. Talking about ideas help you develop them. Fourth, research them. Has someone done this? What can you learn from them? What did they do right? What did they do wrong? Research helps you evaluate your idea and improve it. Fifth, sit with them. Don't rush to act on every idea. Let ideas marinate. Think about them. Reflect on them. Sleep on them. Sometimes the subconscious will reveal insights that your conscious mind missed. Not every idea is worth pursuing. You need to evaluate. Here are the key questions. Is this aligned with my purpose? Does this align with what I believe in? Does this align with my values? Does it align with my vision for my life? The answer is no. Doesn't matter how profitable it is. Don't pursue it. Is there a big market for this? Is there a real need? Are people willing to pay for this? Is the market big enough to make it worthwhile? If the answer is no, the idea won't work. Do I have the skills or can I develop them? Can I do this? Do I need to learn new skills? Do I need to hire people? Am I willing to do what it takes? If the answer is no, find a co founder or pass on the idea. What are the obstacles? What could go wrong? What challenges will I face? Am I prepared for them? If the obstacles are too great and you're not prepared, maybe this isn't the right time. What are the costs? How much money will this require? How much time will this require? What am I willing to sacrifice? If the costs are too high and you're not willing to pay them, don't pursue it. What is my timeline? How long will this take? Am I willing to commit for that long? If you're looking for quick riches, this might not be the idea for you. Answer these questions honestly, evaluate your idea thoroughly, then decide, is it worth pursuing? The gap between idea and action is where most people fail. They have the idea but never take the first step. How do you bridge that gap? First, accept that you're not ready. You will never feel completely ready. You will never have all the information. You will never have all the resources. Accept this, but move forward anyway. Second, break it into small steps. Don't try to build the entire company in one day. Break it into small, manageable steps. What is the first step? What is the second step? Focus on the first step. Third, set a deadline. Give yourself a deadline for the first step. Not a vague someday, a specific date. This creates urgency. This creates accountability. Fourth, tell someone. Tell someone about your idea and your deadline. This creates external accountability. You're more likely to follow through if someone else knows about it. Fifth, take the first step. Do it. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Take the first step, then take the second step, then the third. Progress compounds. Let me be direct about this. If you don't act on your ideas, you will regret it. You will wonder what if. You will see someone else execute your idea and think, I had that idea first. You will spend your life watching others build empires from ideas that you had. The cost of not acting is high. It's not just the money you didn't make, it's not just the success you didn't achieve, it's the person you didn't become, it's the impact you didn't have, it's the legacy didn't leave. Don't be that person. Don't be the person with thousand ideas and zero executed ideas. Don't be the person who watches others build what you imagine. Act on your ideas, evaluate them, commit to them, persist through the obstacles, build something. Here's your challenge: write down one idea you've been thinking about, one idea you've been sitting on, one idea you've been afraid to pursue. Write it down. Evaluate it using the questions I gave you. Then take one small action this week. Just one, that's all. One small action toward making your idea real. All achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. But ideas alone are worthless. Ideas require evaluation, ideas require action, ideas require persistence. But if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to commit, if you're willing to persist through obstacles, your idea can become achievement. Your idea can become riches. Your idea can become legacy. The question is, what are you going to do with your idea? This is Built Not Felt by the Rice Code. I'll see you all in the next episode.